You want to save more than 50% of your time doing architecture project, right? Ask yourself, what consumes a lot of my time carrying out projects? The answer is a lot of things, but to be precise, is by not having a good workflow. Your time is spent on not having the workflow that will perform and extract data of quantities and reports with predefined schedules. You find yourself you are redoing settings of elements and not use predefined favorites for every tool and object. Not having the ability to streamline modeling and annotation is a problem. Save lots of time and reduce repetitive works by saving presets with data stored in them. Think about architecture and design. Look at design large issues without the headache of 2D stuff and time-consuming operations and so forth. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate step-by-step best practices workflow by doing a project from start to finish. I will outline features and ways of speeding up some processes and being consistent and deliver high-quality projects. Without any further ado, let's get started. Make sure to interact in the comment section, like and share this video. If you are new to this channel, do the right thing. Subscribe for us to meet again in the next video like this one. Let's start this exercise by checking all the libraries are loaded. Go to File, Library Objects, Library Manager, and then make sure the Accessories Library 24 is loaded. The ArchiCAD library, a default library, is also loaded. And then there's another important library, which is the MS Beam Virtual Library that comes with the template. Make sure you load that PLA file as a library. It's very, very important. Then hit OK. So from here, we are going to start the construction of the building or the project. There are two ways of doing it. You can start by using 2D work to draft where the walls or whatever design of yours is gonna be, or just hit straight using the 3D tools to draft that. I normally use 3D tools to draft that because there has already information loaded in it. So what I'll do, I'll start drawing the brickwork. I'll go to the wall tool, and then under the favorites part, I'll pick, make sure, go to all the folders, and then you are in the right folder. So for this type of brickwork, I'm going to use the superstructure brickwork. I'll open the folder, then I'll find something that will resonate with this project. I'll pick 230 brickwork, plus that on both sides. Double click on it to load it, and then you can start your modeling. So this side will be 4.3, then this I'll do it 8.9, like so, and then I'll make sure the entire building is centered, is positioned centrally in this view or source view for the callouts for the elevations and section. Very, very important, so that you spend time in doing your modeling, and then it does extract information to the folders. So from here, I'll suspend groups, duplicate this by Ctrl+Shift+D, and then to create a 3.5 by 4.3 space for the bedroom. This will be for the bedroom. And then pick parameters of this, go back to the favorites of brickwork, find something that you can use for the partitions. Yeah, I can use this 1 and 5. Draw to, this is going to be 1.3, enter, and then this way is gonna be 1.9. I'm creating a bathroom. Hit enter. So this will be the bathroom for the project. And then the other thing is this will be the bedroom, like I said, the bathroom, and then here will be open kitchen and the living room together with the dining on the side. So we have the entry porch here that is made up of a veranda, and then we're going to place the concrete for that. for both areas. So I'll go to slab, also go to favorites to pick slab. So there are two types of slabs here. There's slab on grade, and then there's slabs for floors, for suspended floors, for upper floors. So I'll pick this one, and then I will draw to separate also the components. And then for the veranda, I'm going to 5.5 this way, and then 1.5 in this direction. Perfect. So let's check this on 3D. So you can mark Q, hit at 5. That will be the area. So I'm going to select these slabs, make sure the material is concrete structural, then go to its settings and change or override the surfaces to something like tile. Hit OK. And then I'm going to drop down this one. Let's drop it by 150 more, so it's outside. Yeah, now we have the footprint where we can place our footing or our foundations. So what I'll do, go to the architectural folder under the view map and architectural plans, and then let's open the foundations, the foundation view. So escape to get rid of the marquee. In this case, we now have a trace of our floor plane, of our ground floor plane. So like you say, in this case, we are having a single story, but here we're having multiple stories, which is not a problem. We can adjust it along the course of our modeling. So it's not a problem. So it means the first floor plane will be representing the roof plane. So just bear in mind that. So we are having a trace of our plane, and then if you want to achieve this, you trace here, and then make sure the view, you right click on the view that you want to trace, and then make sure as trace reference for it to reflect here. So for example, if I show reference as the roof, it will disappear because there's nothing in that view. So yeah, just for you to know if you didn't know. So I'm going to place the footing, concrete footing, and then the foundation wall. So I'll start first by the foundation wall. Click on it, and then go to the favorites tool, and then make sure you go up to the folders there. So under substructure, wall foundations, pick walls, and then draw it by using the straight geometry method, like so. The reason why it's giving us this window is because we didn't reference our walls as foundation wall. They are picking the ground floor plane as the linked story. So I'll hit continue, and then what we can do, let's sort out that problem. So make sure you select all those, or you can just undo for the sake of having a headache. Yeah, so this was 0. Go back to your foundation, escape, start picking the wall, go to the favorites, pick wall foundation, and then make sure the linked story is foundation, and then make sure you are accurate, just like that. Then I'll do on this wall again. Perfect. Let's place the footing, the concrete footing. For this, I'm going to use a beam tool. Select the beam tool, then go to favorites, and then under substructure folder, footing foundations, there are two of concrete footing there. There's the first one, and then there's this B. I'll pick either one, which should work. So I also use this geometry method to just place my concrete footing like so. Also, we need to reference it to or link it to the foundation view. Check on the 3D, make sure select your footing like so, and then make sure you group, and then the home story should be the foundation, just like that. And then we're having a small petty issue here, which is this error there. So to get rid of it, I think select no, it's the foundation wall. Select the foundation wall, go to settings, and then under geometry and positioning, this is the problem. Just have it 0 because we linked it to the ground floor, and then hit OK. Perfect. And they will clean up the entire mess. I think we should do again to this wall. Go to its settings, make it 0. Perfect. So we are done with our foundation wall, our footing. Now we need to put waterproofing and the compaction material. So that one I will use the mesh tool. If you click on mesh tool, and then under the favorites, there are already types of meshes there. So let's start first by the backfilling. We were backfilling and compaction, but excavated material, blah blah, waterproofing. So double click on that, and then I'll place it that way. So I'll separate this, then that, hit continue, and then check on the 3D to sort that problem. So this has to be on the foundation. That's what supposed to happen. I don't know why this is a problem. There we go. Perfect. You can check. I also use elevations and sections to speed up my modeling process. So I'll select on that one and then open that. Make sure you delete that. So if you check here, this is the compaction material, and then we have our slab on grid. So what we need to know is we need to add the sand blinding for this. So go back to your footing plane, then mesh, check here, then this is the mesh sand blinding. Do the same, or you can just duplicate these ones for speeding up the process, and then come here under favorites, then apply that to those ones. So you can also open the section to fix the position. This is the sand blinding. Move it down. It's supposed to be laid under the concrete, just like that. And then in between here, we're going to have what? We're putting a waterproof. Now, waterproof is supposed to be in between the sand blinding and the concrete footing. I mean the concrete for the slab. So what I'll do, I'll go back to our foundation view, and then also do the same, duplicate that, because we're using the same tool, which is the mesh. And then let's go to favorites, and then we're applying the DPM for waterproofing. And then let's check on the section. Let's bring it down where it's supposed to be positioned, which is in this space. Perfect. Now we have a complete structure system for the foundations. So what is left is the backfilling for us to. This is important. This information, sorry guys, is important for quantifying and for detailing of a project. So I will do the same. Duplicate this, and then go to the favorites. Let's check excavated material. There. Check on the section. Let's see where did it go? Where did it go, guys? We can do it on a section like so, duplicate and put it there, and then apply this. Oh, it's because of the layer is off, so Control L to activate the layer. Make sure you are under substructure. The layer systems of this template is being done so that you can easily access the layers using the class of the foundation. So we have substructure here, and then we have superstructure elements there, interior elements, services, blah blah blah. So it's easy for you to find. So I can just go to excavation material and activate it, update. Okay, there's a reason why it was off, because of some information you don't want to just fill up the view, so it's supposed to be there. Let's delete the other copy. Perfect. Now we have everything in place in terms of the foundation system of this building. Perfect. So in some case you have a continuity of waterproofing even to the walls like that. So that one I'll leave up to you. Or in this case, how do you solve that problem? So go to the comment section and give us an idea how to do that. I think I must have a video for that, to do that. Okay, so let's go back to our plan, and then here we're going to start by placing columns around our porch or entry port. So I'll use the column 2, go to favorites, and then let's pick a column square, a square column. If you go to its settings, make sure the layer is supposed to be column. It's under layer column, and then I'm going to change the size to something like 230 by 230, and then yeah, I think that's it. Let's place it there. Select it to move it to the position like so. Control Shift D to drag a copy to the other side, and then do the same again. Control Shift D to place a copy there. So I'm not sure about the height of this. I will make it 2.5. that will be the height. So if you check on the 3D, this also needs its foundation or footing, the columns. So what I would do, I'll select all of them, make sure you group them for easy manipulation, and then let's change the linked to story to the foundation like so. So it means now we can go ahead and place footing for this. So go to the foundation, and then I'm going to use the same footing concrete, then I place it like so, depending on how you want to do this, depending on the region on your systems. This one I would make it 400, then move it back by 70, something like this, or maybe let me make it 500 or 550 for the sake of this. Then I'll pick it on the center here, and then I'll also align it with this midpoint of the columns, like center to center, and then Control Shift D to copy or multiply, move to that. But make sure, I like grouping this similar object or object that are in the same family for easy manipulation and control or management. So this is how it's supposed to be. So what I'll do here, we have a wall that will be above this footing, columns. So I can do it on the floor plan, go to ground floor plan, and then I'm gonna use the same wall and then draw a wall like that. Oh, sorry, make sure it's on the inside, then just like that. Go to 3D, and then I'm going to link it to the first floor. It's too much. Let's just move it manually like that. Perfect. Okay, let's leave it for now, as it is, or we can just align it with the other walls. Let's just align it with the other walls for now, because we're going to still use the roof to trim all this. Let's just leave it this way for now, and then go to the ground plane. So in this stage, we're going to place the openings of our building, so our windows and doors. So start with doors, go to door 2, and then the favorites, go to interior construction. I'll use contemporary doors that comes with this package. It's a customized door collection. So I'm gonna use pivot for the entrance. Pick one of these. Which one should I use? Maybe pick this one. Then I'll place my entrance dolly, which is that. Perfect. It's supposed to be raised by 150 going up. Perfect. I might also raise the offset of the base offset of this to adjust or to adhere with the door heights, just like that. And then let's adjust the column height also to the perfect. It's perfect. So go back to the floor plan, and then let's place all the doors. We have another door here, another sliding door here. So go to door 2, favorites. This time around, go back to the subfolders. I'm going to use swing doors for the interior. So for the toilet, for the bathroom, I'm going to use this one there, and then place it there. For the access to the room, to the bedroom, I want something fancy, maybe that one. Perfect. But it's supposed to be here. Perfect. This is supposed to be 750, which is there. Now we are done with our. So don't forget to raise to 150 all the doors. So that's the floor finish of this project. You have more often this type of problem, but it's easier to solve. Just make sure you stretch it across half of your wall so that it can clean up like so. Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and place the remaining openings, the windows. So I'm just gonna use window and then go to favorites, windows, exterior fixed. We have different types of aluminum windows here. We have this type that is being saved according to its usage, as you can see, and then we have these ones which are more like aluminum. Let me just pick this one. No, not that one. I want the one for the living room. Go back, let's check on the top hang windows. Top hang, perfect. We'll use something like that. Placed it here. Okay, now supposed to open from the outside like so. Now another one will be there. Perfect. I'm going to place for the kitchen. There we go. Maybe move it somewhere there. I think I might just change the design to something like that. Then duplicate. I'll have another one here. So this will be the wall for. I'll put the dining table here. So here it will be the kitchen cabinetry. So I need one window for the toilet or for the bath. So in this case, I'll use go up, and then I'll use the alu Winham, and then for the bathroom I'll use this one. Oh, the problem here is the labeling is different. The labeling is different, but what you can do, you can, oh shit, sorry, I think let's change it to suit the other windows. There are toilets windows here, which is in this one. This one is big. Mind you, the sizes of these windows can also be customized. Don't be afraid to change even the design. So I'm just saying, for the sake of saving time, you can find something that you want to use, like this. These are perfect for windows, I mean for bathrooms. Perfect. We need to place the remaining windows here on the bathroom, I mean on the bedroom. So let's go ahead and do that. Go to, for the bedroom I'll use these long ones. These ones placed one here, and then I'll have another one there. Perfect. So make sure here you create enough space for the wardrobe. I'll just move it by 600 going up for the wardrobe. Perfect. Let's check on the 3D. Good. The only problem that we're having here, all our windows are not in the same height, but it's easy to do that, to adjust that. Just maybe select all windows. You can do it by picking parameters of one window and then hit Ctrl A, or just select the window tool here, activate the window tool on the tool palette and then hit Ctrl A to select all the windows. And then from here I'm going to use the wall top to be 2.1 to align all the openings to the same size. Oh, it didn't happen that way. I don't know why. It's supposed to be like that. Wall top. Is it wall base? Head of wall base. Head of wall top. Head of wall top. So I did a mistake, guys. No. Yeah, no, I think it's head of wall base. Sorry about that. This thing happens, you guys. Sorry about that, guys. Header of wall base, and then no, header of wall base, right? Then 2.1. Perfect. Why is it freezing? Let's adjust the remaining two. Header of wall base should be 2.1. Perfect. Now I have all the windows or all the openings in line at the same level, as you can see. It's fine. Let's check on the floor plan. Perfect. We have everything. We have almost everything in place. Windows are in place, doors are in place, the wall structure is in place, foundations are perfect, everything. So we need now to place some secondary information like furniture and then the room name or room label. So I'll start with the room label. So I'm going to use zones to do that. If you go to zones and then check on the favorites part, on zone stamp, we have different types of zone stamp in this template. So I just pick this one, conscon label plus custom text. Then what I'll do, I'll use this method to place so that I can just place it like that, place it to the dot, place it like that. So from here we can select all of this, go to its settings and get rid of the porcelain, the floor finish for now. Even the flooring, the zone number, I'm gonna change it to calculated area, just to have a room name and an area. So this is going to be bedroom. That one is gonna be bath, and then this will be open living room. I don't know how to, but I can separate the kitchen and the kitchen and this living room. What I'll do, I can just do something like that, and then this living room will be / dining, so that the kitchen is gonna have its own room label. So in this case, because we don't have a wall that will guide us or to restrict this thing to select everything, we're gonna use the boxed method or rectangular method just to draw that and then place it there. Call it kitchen. Perfect. Now we have our room labels in place. So let's place furniture. In the first place, I'm going to use a virtual library to do that. Let's go to our virtual library, then close. What I'm going to do, we still have favorites for this. It's only that I'm just want to show you the other method of doing this. I'm going to gather all the information that I would need for my project. In this case, I'm start with the kitchen. Kitchen here under finishes appliances. I'll pick this and then maybe duplicate it, put it so here, and then I'll find another component which is maybe I'll need a fridge or the sink. Sorry, I'll need this, duplicate it, paste it there. I will also need the drawers. I'll need the drawers. I'll need the cabinets. Just like that. This is for the kitchen. I will need what again? I will need I think for the kitchen is fine. Let's go for plumbing systems. The bathtub. No, I will need a shower. Let's pick this, a shower, place it there. I will need a basin. I will need a basin, or even the water closet. Pick this one. I will need basins. Don't you have a basin here? Where are basins? There we go. I'll need just a small basin. And then for the bedroom, let's find, I've got different types of beds here. Here, pick this bedroom set, place it there. I will need the closet, cabinets. I will need a closet. Where am I going? So yeah, there we go. This is one of the closets that I have here. Pick that. I'll also, okay, I also need a dining table. A dining table. Oh, sorry, I thought it's grouped. Let's just group it here. I'll just group it, and then I think it's everything that I will need for furnishing the project. So what I'll do, I'll copy or Control X this. Let's Control X this and then go paste it into my project and then reuse it. Let's go to our project, paste it here, show unlock elements. I don't know why they're locked, but center of the screen, just move them just here. Click outside your my queue to complete the pasting. Perfect. So let's start with the dining. The dining, I will need just these two guys. And then I'm gonna place it here, adjust to fit you can customize, guys, everything here. So perfect. And then let's check the kitchen. Let me just do it here, mirror this, put it there. I'll place it here. This will be placed the other side like so. Like so. Move it to the kitchen and see how it will fit. Place it there. Perfect. Move. You can adjust this zone label by picking the node on the center and then use the move sub elements of the zones, just like that. Just like that, so that you don't have information on top of each other. We don't want to see information clashing. I think that's for easy readability of your drawings, and it also improve the quality of your drawings. So perfect. So I have my kitchen in place, so we'll need chairs or couch for the living room, of which is fine. Let me just move the bedroom bed there, and then make sure the label, you move it back, and then I'm going to rotate the closet, move it there, adjust it to fit your project. So move it for the center there. I also stretch this to the center to have equal size of shelving. So this will be on the center like so. You can have a chair here for this bedroom, but anyway, that would be on this case. So let's move on to the bathroom. Start with the shower. Place it there. Oh, it's a huge shower. We can adjust to suit the measurements of this. Instead of just doing this, you distort the shape of I will use the size part where I can use the same size instead of have a 600 by 600 bath table, just like that. And then make sure I mirror it so that it can be at the other side of the wall to accommodate for drainage pipes. And then this window, I'll move it back, or just reduce the size to 600 so that it can accommodate the water closet So mirror this before you move it to the position. I'll just place it here. Last but not least is the basin. You will see the benefits of doing this, guys, of using properly set objects to do your project. So you just spend time doing all this work. The majority of your work will be automated. Yes, sorry, move the door to this direction so that you can have enough space between the shower and the basin. Let's position this nice and easy. You can change the background. You can get rid of the background of your text or your label, or reduce even the size to, depending on the scaling again for your drawings. So if you're using 1:50 scale, obviously you're gonna reduce it to suit that, but in this case I'll leave it just like for the sake of this demonstration. Perfect. What I'll do, just get rid of unnecessary information like this one, because it's going to be recorded on your reports and your quantifying stage. So perfect. Another item will be, so don't forget to save, guys. I'll just save this for the sake. Save more often manually. Save more often. This will be MS Beam tutorial. Save it as a PLN. Save. I took long to save, but because it's just an exercise. But for a real project, you really need to save more often to avoid problems. So now we have our zones in place, or our room label in place, together with furniture and all the likes. So what is the next stage? The next stage is if we check on the 3D, the next stage, it will be now placing I think we might have to adjust the heights of the base offset of our furniture. Remember, our floor finish is 150. Our floor finish is 150, so this has to adhere to that, just like that. And like perfect. I think same applies to these niggas. Because I made a mistake. I've used a bathtub instead of a shower, as you can see here. So it was supposed to be a shower instead of a bathtub. I was wondering, why is it acting funny like that? So let's delete that. Or you can just go to favorites, and then under plumbing systems, let's find shower tray cabins. Some will prefer this way also. It's still the same. I just wanted to show you another way of doing things. Sometimes it's good to gather information, and then it's more like you're doing a research of your project by collecting all the information that is necessary for your project. So in this case, I'll pick something like this. Let's mirror a copy and then rotate, place it there, change the size to 550 by 550. Let's have 600. This, I thought we can have 500 by 400. Should be a small stuff. 700. I unless we can have a smaller basin like this, smaller basin than this. Perfect. It's too tight, I know, but for the sake of this demonstration, this is not a real project, it's a demonstration. Perfect. Yeah, everything I think is in place. Like I said, if you check on the 3D here, everything seems to be super. So the next stage is to put the roof. Put the roof and then put the ceiling to this. The roof is also a process. We're going to use the normal roof tool, and then we apply the roof finishes, which is corrugated iron sheets or tiling, depending on what we want to use to put on a roof. So I'll go to the next view, or the next story to do that. Like I said, this will represent our roof. Also is the above story. So, and then let's go to the roof tool, and then go to the favorites and pick this slope roof insulation material. Then make sure it's insulation, whatever insulation material you prefer. Then I'll use this construction method of a complex roof so that I can pick the points or the corners to define the footprint of the roof, just like that. The reason why I'm giving this window again is being linked to the ground floor, or the lower thing. Go down here and then give it an appropriate level, just like that. And then maybe let's reduce its overhang by 300, and then what I would do, change the degree to 19 of the pitch. Check on the 3D, and then what I would do, I think the base offset is supposed to be 0 here, so that it can be that way, just like that. So if we cut a section, if we open our section, let's open our section. What I wanted to show you is this. Oh, but anyway, just leave it for now for the sake of this. So we'll see what I wanted to explain in some moment. So let's place I want to place the roof finish, or the trusses first. Let's place the trusses first. Go to select the roof, and then go to design, design extra, roof extras, and then roof maker, roof wizard. I already had settings of how the components of these trusses to be. Width would be 38 millimeters, and then the height will be 114. This is the standards of our timber this side. So the eaves angle, I want it to be a rectangle, depending on how you want it to be. So also check on the layer, but because we are using the template, the layer system already knows what type of element is this, and then it will just place it there. What I'll do, I'll just hit OK. The tree object not found in the library, please check blah blah blah, hit OK. I don't know why this keeps on. Sometimes ArchiCAD, when you do this, it shows this errors, but it will be fine. It will give you a clean results. For example, if you check on the 3D, you have now your rafters in place. I'm going to use this I'm going to use as a membrane that I'm going to waterproof this. I remember I don't know how you call it, the insulation material, in my roof. So this will be so it has to be on top of the rafters, and in between the rafters and the pylons. You can go ahead and place the pylons by using an object. Go to object, and then under here, go back, you can go to roof objects, or you can just go to, then you search for P-line. Search for the P-line. Yeah, and then you I like this one, the buttons for the roof. It makes my life easier. I can just place a lot of I can solve this problem with this easier. So change to accommodate the pitch of the roof, and then also the thickness. I said is 38 by 115. No, this one is 38 by 38 because it's a P-line. Just like that, and it will be under the substructure roof P-lines, like so. Then hit OK. What you can do, place the object like that, rotate like so, maybe, then you can stretch it to the corner there, and then this I'll angle it to that way, do the same to the side, and then I'll stretch it to the top. Go to its settings. What I'm going to do, go to the representation and material, change this fill background pen to transparent, then hit OK, like so. Check on the 3D. This will be your P-lines. I think to position it nicely, you use the section. I'll use the section line or the elevation line. Right, select one of the elevation and then open the elevation, and then bring it down just like that. Now you have everything. I won't do the rest of the thing, so for the sake of this demo, I'll just leave it here. So let me just do it this side. So what you do, you can mirror a copy, Control Shift M, and then use this line to do that, and then stretch to the corner. If you want to be fast, do the other side, Control Shift M, and then just mirror or just stretch it. This one you move it back like that way, do it that side. I just want I felt being lazy to complete this, but let's just finish. Let's just complete the whole thing. You better finish what you started. Okay, let's do this first, and then that way. Let's mirror a copy. This one, stretch to there. Oh, sorry, before I stretch, I think I need to, no, this one is fucked up. Sorry for the language. I'll mirror a copy from this one. It wasn't, it's not straight. Undo, make sure it's perfect, like so, and then move it back by stretching it. Then you can stretch it here. I think let's leave it there. Some of the area you can do it manually to fill in, like where it's left here, but for the sake of this demonstration, let's just keep it this way. Let's just keep it this way, gents. And then what I said about this insulation material, I'm going to put it in between the rafters and the P-line. So to do that, let's go to the section, and then from here let's move it up, like I said, in between these gentlemen's, in between the truss and the ply line, so it will act like an insulation material, like so. Perfect. I'm impressed with the overall of our progress. So the next thing is to do the beam filling. As you can see here, there's gaps between the roof truss and the walls. So what I'll do, I'll select all the walls, especially the outside ones, and then this, and then unsuspend groups. Let's stretch this so that to be something like that. From here, I'm going to, while this still being selected, I'm going to right click. Oh, sorry guys. So there is a tip that I want to share with you. In a case where maybe you selected things previously, you want to reselect them, you can just say undo and then redo, so that you can select them all again. So let's right click and bring the solid element operations. Then from there, the target will be the walls, and then the operator will be the insulation material. Then add as an operator. The operation is going to be subtraction with upward extrusion, so that we trim off the top part of our wall, like so, so that we have now what? A clean connection between our wall and our trusses, just like that. I think on the section it will be represented very nicely, as you can see here. So this will be the ply line and the wall plate, sorry, and then it will flush nicely with the roof trusses. Perfect. What's next is the putting finishes now. Pitting roofing finishes to these ply lines. I'm going to use the same insulation material, but in this time around, I'm going to right click and then split this into planes. So to do that, because we're going to use accessories to place that, accessories from goodies, so you can apply roof finishes to a solid roof plane, so you need to split it into planes like so. Then suspend groups to select all, and then unsuspend, because when the suspended groups are on, it won't do the operation. So make sure every time you unsuspend groups. So then go to design, and then design extract accessories, roof accessory. In this case, I'm having this in the library accessory. I'll just hit OK because I have a favorite save for that. So as you can see, this funny I don't know what it is, roofing sheets. So I'm going to use a concrete tiles. So what I'll do, I'll select all the finishes. Like I said, the trick to do that is to what? Undo and then redo. Then it selects all. Then I'm going to group this. From here, I'll go to the favorites. And then under objects, no, sorry, go to objects, go to favorites, then under roof, under superstructure, let's go to roofing. You find this slope roof finish. It's an accessory finish that is saved as a favorite. Just double click on it and then hit OK. It will apply the changes here. The only thing that you need to sort is this drop down. So I'll re-reference them to the first floor, and then it will be perfectly applied like so. So far so good, guys. I hope this gives you a lot of insight on how you want to model very well in your ArchiCAD delivering your projects. So ArchiCAD is a fun and intuitive software to use. if you command it the way it wants, because the workflow has to be in standards, in line with what ArchiCAD demands in terms of the workflow. So yeah, make sure also you keep on saving. Like I said, keep on hitting save. So we almost came to the end of our modeling our project. So what will be left here is to place ridges in this roof. So to do so, you use objects, object 2, and then go to favorites, under superstructure, let's find roofing. You find the profile or the ridge, click on it and then place the ridge there. The layer is off. I will show the layer, and then to adjust it nicely, make sure you are under the floor plane. So like I said, the layer is off. Control L to bring the layer active. So I'll do that and then update, hit OK. So there we go. Make sure you, it's under the ground floor level. So make sure it's linked to the roof level. Move it to the position and then stretch it there. I hope ArchiCAD, the coming versions, will solve or sort out this issue of placing a ridge into our roof. It's more like cumbersome. It's tedious, to be honest, to be placing ridges, because I think that's where ArchiCAD needs to do some improvements. Move it there. Move it a bit. So you need to change the slope for the ridge to accommodate or to adhere with our roof. Sometimes it's not straightforward to place ridges. You need to really try and error to get it right. That is why I'm saying I hope they will improve this part, guys. To be honest, we can't be spending time doing small things like this. We should have a tool that will place this, or roof has to know that there is a ridge. So there should be an option where we can click or check the box for place ridges, and then it does that. I hope they could hear me, but I don't know. So I can now mirror a copy for that to the other side, just like that. Even though it's time consuming or it's tedious, guys, I can't remember doing my project without placing this, because it has that detail that it provides, both visually and graphically. So you can imagine your renders without ridges, so it will be unrealistic. Same applies to your drawings as well. It's the same thing. So I will just take my time and try to get this right. I think it depends on the understanding of the value of having such information sometimes. So I'll be just doing that, and then I'll fast track this video for me to complete this. I'll see you in the next stage. Yeah, I completed placing the ridge. I'm happy with the results. So yeah, like I said, it's cumbersome, it's tedious to go through this process, but if you have the end in the mind, I think you sacrifice your time to finish that. So yeah, perfect. So if you check on all the drawings now are in place. So we have a roof plan that's already there, and then the ground plan is almost complete. It doesn't have any issues that we can resolve, except placing dimensions and other, like placing levels or any other detailing or documenting information. So what I want us to understand here, we already have the section here in place. Let's open the section, and then from here we can now get advantage of this information that comes with the template. We can now adjust this to there, and then maybe bring those, select everything like so, and then move it closer to the drawing. Sorry, like so. Perfect. Then reuse the material of this. That will be the bedroom. I don't know what's this. What is this? Whatever. And then you can play around with this information. Perfect. And you're almost done with the section. What you can also do is placing the annotation. It's the part that I want us to see how we can leverage. So this I will delete. And then from there to these guys, let's get rid of these guys. Oh, sorry, deleted the dimensions. Let's delete the lines, move this one there. You're just cleaning up your work. It will be just to clean up your section. That's basically it. So to place an annotation, you will use the document tools like label tool, and then if we check under its favorites, there are different types of annotations here, as you can see. Go back and then check here, annotations. They are, double click on this one, then you can just hit this to give you the information. It picks the information from the properties, as you can see. I can just everything, almost everything here. You are not supposed to be typing this information. I hope you understand the significance of using a very well organized workflow. So yeah, I can go ahead and adjust my annotations the way I want. But I'm not gonna spend time doing that for the sake of this demonstration. Okay, if you check your elevations as well, you do the same thing. You're gonna have the same information really available there for you to just adjust, and then just bring the beds a little bit closer to the pro. So here we have a layer that is off, which is for columns. So Control A, Control L, and then go to superstructure. Where is columns there? It's active. It's supposed to have our columns there. Sections. What happened to our column? There we go. Update it. Okay. like I said, information, you just select all this information, then move it closer to the drawing. Oh, sorry. And then the good part, once you set this one, you just copy paste to the other views. For example, let me just show you. Delete this, delete that. I'm going to delete that. Then go to that section, because it's the same levels. These are the same levels. So select all the magic wand, line tool, magic wand, the levels, and then Control A, magic wand, the text label, just like that, and then you copy. Once you copied this information, you go back to that elevation. From there, you just place it using the original location, just like that. So it will go straight to the thing. The problem here is because the the scale is different, so you see funny stuff. So what I suggest you to do is to adjust one elevation. Just spend time adjust one elevation. From there, that's when you can copy to the other elevations. I don't know, it makes sense. Something like that. Perfect. And then this is a label we use for Windows, as you can see. Depending on your style. So what is it doing? Let's do this. Move it here. I'll delete this one. What I'll do, I'll select that, and then let's change the marker. We can change the marker based on our levels. I mean our labeling. Or go to settings, and then I'm going to get rid of this symbol, or the symbol label. Yeah, under the shape, sorry, to none, so that I have just a text like that. Perfect. So yeah, so it's information like I forgot information like top of 14. But on elevations you don't show these things, depending on how you want to. On elevation you don't show. So another important part that I want us to understand is just to enjoy benefits of placing together a good model, placing together a virtual model. So if you come here, now you can use this to showcase different views. As you can see, plumbing labels will pick only items that are under that. So they have been highlighted, as you can see. And then if you place electrical components, also it will be captured on the right view. Another important part is for reporting. If you go under reports, under bills, quantities, you have start first with schedules areas. You can see the information being captured. Total floor area, these are the list of all the spaces and its areas. Another part is the excavation. As you can see, it will be captured to give you volumes of excavated materials and then compacted materials. It's very, very handy for system. providing architectural projects, guys. And then brickwork for foundations also has been captured. So remember that quantification Ghana is based on the surfaces of material. We can go ahead and add maybe quantity under fields, add field, and then add quantity to capture how many walls are they. There are 5 walls that are that computes to this total surface area. And then we have foundation for foundation brickwork reinforcement. We have, so we know now the length of the brick force materials that we needed to support or reinforce our brickwork. We've got footing, concrete being captured, the volumes also. We can also put quantity to see how many walls that needs to be captured for footing. Quantity, add it, okay. It will give us the 8 walls, or the 8 of trench, or that needs to be casted footing, or that needs to be poured concrete. Surface bed concrete is also captured. The volumes is 6.411. This is for structural slabs on grade for the floor slab. Big filling and compaction, we have also the information, reinforcement, everything, guys. Waterproofing, there's the information. As long as you model the way the construction is supposed to happen, you extract all this information. Soil poisoning, the area of the area of the material or place where it needs to be poisoned for treatment of ants and all the likes, the things that comes from the soil. Yeah, and then under B shell also we have a lot of information, so we can go deep and then place over skating and all the likes. So the reason why we are capturing this type of information, or the cause of this result, is using classification. If you go under here, you see this is the criteria we used to capture this information. Every element that is in this library and the project, it has a classification. So that they have been classified with the role they play in the construction of this building. So as you can see here, this is the system we use to organize and manage this type of data. As you can see, it starts from the substructure, shell, interior, blah blah blah, everything. There's even our layer system adheres to this structure. So it's very, very important, guys, to respect the way how the template functions. So another important part is the other than the schedules, is the layouts. So already you have layouts set for extracting of information. I don't know why. Oh no, the layer it's off. You say Control A and then hit OK. You see now your drawings computing to your file. It's just to rename or whatever, because this will be changed to a roof. So I can just, it's either you rename here under this layout, or just say custom and give it a different name. So this will be now the roof plan, or you change by view name only, by view ID name, and then go to your stories, then rename this to roof plan. Hit OK. So you have a roof plan automatically updated here. So yeah, that's basically that. And then you can also use this one. Maybe you can synchronize or filter information. Maybe here you want to capture only the trusses and blah blah, depending on how you want to communicate your project. Yes, we came to the end of this long tutorial. I didn't want it to be long, but hey, sometimes if you want to cover the important details, you really need to, you can't take shortcuts. Let me just take time to thank you for watching, thank you for tuning to this long tutorial. Like I said, I really appreciate that. But if you want this template, guys, I'll put the link in the description. go find it, and it will really improve the workflow that we've been using. And